Welcome to Talkin Moore Sports. We have finally come together after a couple episodes.
Finally.
Us not
It's
being
been
able.
too long.
Yeah. So we're back at it. We got the NBA playoffs coming up, and the NBA play-in has already started. We got some great games already, and so we're both super excited for the playoffs. Got a bunch of great stuff coming up in this episode. And you can go ahead and take it away, Scott.
Yeah, well, so today, let's start things off with just our end of the season thoughts, because a lot of stuff happened at the end of the season, and I know you had some predictions you made at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And how did they go?
I don't even... I just realized...
Oh, they're on your phone and we're...
and my... Oh, wait, I can use my laptop and talk at the same time.
Because I was going to say, I'm like, yeah, because I had mine, because I remember I made...
Yeah, mine did not go so well.
I did pretty dang good, I think. I haven't checked it since, well, like October 2022. Where is it?
You can cut this out.
No, we keep this in.
Oh, yeah, I got mine pulled up. So, my preseason prediction was the Mavericks being the number 1 seed in the West, then the Pelicans, Grizzlies, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers as the 6th seed, 7th seed Timberwolves. So I was pretty close on those. And then I had the Nuggets and the Suns as the 8 and 9 seed, and the Trailblazers as the 10 seed. Wow, I was really off on the Kings. I had them as the 11 seed.
Oh, I already know I was wrong on the Kings.
So I had the Kings as number 11, and then the Spurs 12, Rockets 13, Thunder 14, Jazz 15. For the East, I had the Cavs as the 1 seed.
Cavs as the 1 seed?
Yeah. And then Sixers as the 2 seed, Bucks as the 3 seed, Heat 4, Nets 5, Celtics 6, Bulls 7, Hawks 8. I was pretty close on the Bulls and the Hawks. I had the Hornets as the 9 seed. 10 seed Raptors, 11 Knicks, 12 Wizards, 13 Pistons, 14 Magic, 15 Pacers. So I definitely thought the Celtics were going to do terrible after their head coach got fired.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka.
Well, at first he was just suspended, but now they, and I kind of like that they went with it.
Yeah.
That they went with, why can't I think of his name?
Joe
Mazzulla. It's funny because I could never remember Ime Udoka's name, and then now I finally remembered it, and now I forget. I can't find mine because my phone won't let me search on my notes, so I just have to scroll through, and I can't find it. But I do remember I predicted the Nuggets to be the 1 seed, and I was right on that. So,
You could also look through our texts. You
look, I couldn't find it. I tried it all. It's the prediction's God, but just trust me on this, guys. I had the Nuggets as 1. I think I had the Mavericks as a top 4 seed, and I did predict them to make make the NBA Finals.
Yeah, my playoff predictions were the Lakers over the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals, Bucks over the Nets in the East Finals. That was before the Nets blew everything up.
Yeah.
And then I had the champions as the Lakers, which still could happen.
So who was your finals? It was Lakers Bucks?
Yeah.
And then it was Lakers Mavericks in conference finals
Bucks,
and
Nets.
Bucks Nets. Okay, I know I had Bucks and
the Sixers?
No, I think it was the Nets.
Oh.
It might have been the Sixers. I know I had the Bucks winning it all. And then I had the Lakers finishing as the 9 seed, winning the play-in tournament, facing the Nuggets as the 8 seed, and making it all the way to the conference finals where they would have lost to the Mavericks. Mm-hmm. I had Mavericks Bucks at the beginning of the season. So
we both sucked.
Yeah. But hey, I still feel good that I predicted the Nuggets to be the 1 seed, and I don't think they're going to get very far. So I stand by the prediction.
I'm keeping my prediction as the Lakers and Bucks in the finals.
I feel like I get a mulligan because nobody expected the Nets to blow everything up.
You had them in the finals?
I didn't have... No, I had the Bucks in the finals, but I had the Nets going. And I didn't think Kyrie Irving would be coming to the Mavericks and destroying them. So...
Well, that can lead perfectly into our next topic if you want to go to that.
Yeah.
I mean, Mine as well.
I was lobbing it up for you to go. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about first. We have so there were 10 NBA teams that didn't make the play-in tournament or the playoffs, right? And so they essentially failed this season. But some of these teams have a really bright future, and some of them do not.
Yes.
So, I think teams that have a really bright future are these teams with a really young core and all their draft picks.
Yeah.
Like the Pistons. If I'm a Detroit fan, I know there's not many out there, but I'm optimistic.
And that if they can get the number one pick,
especially man, if you get Victor Wembanyama, like that is a game changer.
Yeah. And then I think obviously the Thunder, especially if they make the
the Thunder, because I know I didn't have the Thunder even making the play-in.
Yeah.
And they could make the playoffs
and still have all those draft picks.
They have 4 number 1 draft picks upcoming this year, and then they have I think 6 first rounders the next year, and then 6 the year after that.
Yeah. So
they are so stacked. It's insane.
Well, and they have Chet Holmgren coming back. He could be a bust.
He's overrated. This man is skinny Zion. He's going to play. This might age poorly, but he's going to play just about as many games as Zion in 4 years. But he's on the other end of the spectrum. He's too skinny.
Chet Holmgren's going to average 20 games a season for his first four
seasons. We're already at 0 for 82.
Yeah, that's
so
true. Hey, Embiid was like that. He missed like 3 out of his first
Embiid
4
wasn't
seasons.
170 pounds.
No, but he still got injured. He had foot problems, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I definitely think the Thunder...
Embiid is... Chet Holmgren's white.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
already at a disadvantage.
That's true. But you got the Thunder definitely, and the Jazz, I think they got a bright future.
The Jazz have such a bright future. I know I ragged on them a lot, but I feel like this is the most optimistic the Jazz have looked in forever because they got a ton of draft picks. They fleeced the Minnesota Timberwolves for a center who is statistically just as efficient as Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. What's his name?
I can't remember his name for the life of me.
He's the white guy, though, on the Jazz. We'll throw up a picture.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he literally...
And we'll type in his name, too. We'll put his name on the screen. I can't remember who his name is. Yeah. They weren't good enough to...
But, yeah, they literally gave up essentially nothing to get, like, 4 players and 5 draft picks?
4 players and... It was 4 draft picks, I think.
4 players, 4 draft picks.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty
2
sure.
pick swaps or something.
Yeah.
So,
And Minnesota doesn't look like they're trending upwards, so those picks could be huge.
How are they in a lower seed this year than they were last year? Because they were the 7th seed last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could have been the 7th seed if they had beaten the Lakers.
But they're not, and they did win the first game in the play-in tournament last year.
Yeah.
So they are a lower seed, which is just crazy that they gave up their entire future.
So we would also put the Minnesota Timberwolves as a team that failed because they mortgaged their whole future. Like Minnesota they were so bright and budding, and then I don't know why they sold the farm for Rudy Gobert.
Well, why'd they give up D'Angelo Russell for
Mike Conley? Because that was in the 3-team.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. Mike Conley's a better defender, though, huh? Is he?
Yeah, well, he's a better defender. He's, I don't know.
Because I'm like, you had all those picks. You had D'Angelo Russell, who's like a solid, he can be a part of a big 3.
He's a great third option.
Yeah. And averages 18 points a game. You had him, all your draft picks, and you didn't have, Towns can shoot 3s, but you didn't have Towns and Gobert clogging up the middle. I'm like, why did you get another center?
I remember when the trade first happened, I was like, did they forget they already had a center in Karl Anthony Towns? Yeah. To me, if you were going to get Rudy Gobert, especially because I feel like Rudy Gobert is a really overpaid JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
For what he brings to you. He's phenomenal on defense, but what he brings offensively is so negative that it almost negates anything positive he brings on defense. Because you can't score to make up the difference.
Because what did you hear what they were saying on First Things First? how
Oh, you know I heard what
Yeah.
you're saying, but
we won't copy them.
yeah.
Don't worry. We can edit that part out. No, but how he's like only he's 0.5 points per 100 possessions worse
Yeah.
than his defense makes up.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like a non-factor.
Yeah.
Well, and we were cursed to watch Jazz games
Yeah.
all this time. Do you know how many times I would see them, like, look, Gobert would be calling for the ball, which props to Gobert because he actually calls for the ball on offense, which
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns doesn't even do half of the time.
Yeah.
But he'd call for the ball, they'd throw it to him, and I don't know if he's got super small hands or what, but he would just lose the ball.
I just don't
Like,
think he's that
so many
coordinated.
times. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know why they gave up everything for Clint Capella couldn't do what he does.
Oh, yeah.
If not, he's better. Like,
One thing I will say, Rudy Gobert's agent, GOAT,
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Somehow he's making max money, and yeah, the
for not
Timberwolves,
being
though,
a max level type player.
not even in the realm, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But yeah,
Two other teams that I think have a bright future, going back to that, is the Houston Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs. Meaning, like, not like next year they're going to be good, but like in 5 years, I think they'd be a top 4 seed.
yeah,
Especially because the Spurs are already set with the coaching.
Yeah.
Because you know Popovich, I mean, until he says he's going to retire, but Popovich is there for forever. Both of these teams, they got all the young talent, all the draft picks.
yeah. Well, and then other teams that don't have a bright future, Mavericks, they're kind of in purgatory.
This is going to be they make the headlines for the off season.
Yeah,
Because they were the 4th seed when they got Kyrie Irving, and so like I was thinking, I'm like, man, they could go up. Like I thought for sure they would catch the Kings,
yeah.
and
And then they just they went. I don't even remember how bad they went, but they went like 6 for 17 or 6 and 17.
I just know they were the 4th seed, and then like 2 months later they were the 11th seed.
Yeah.
So
And the fact that they just like gave up the last game.
I did not like that. And like,
I'm
what
glad
was the
Luka
point?
played though.
Well, he played for a quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
And so he didn't play the last game, but then the game where they could have been eliminated, he played for the first quarter, and then that was it.
Which is like, why even play him then?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, which means he didn't play.
Yeah.
And some people are saying like Kyrie doesn't deserve all this blame, but let me tell you, if it was Russell Westbrook, he would be getting 100% of the blame like he did for the Lakers. And so I would like to give Kyrie 100% of all of the Dallas Mavericks woes, and actually 100% of the Nets woes too. So he has 200% of teams' woes.
That's true. He did blow up a team that should have been in the finals the past 4 years.
The Vegas odds even this year had them ahead of the Bucks.
I know.
And they had just gotten swept.
Yeah. It made no sense.
Kyrie Irving is literally locker room cancer.
See, I wonder if he went and played with LeBron again, if that would still be the same, if it would be like the same as it was in Cleveland, or if he's just at the point in his career where he just can't mesh with anyone.
Well, here's the problem. Do you remember in BoJack Horseman, there's a scene where they're talking about how like BoJack is like mentally stunted. He's never he's never like gotten past basically like a teenager because he's never because he was so talented, and then he got rich and famous, and then when it came time to learn, he was surrounded by all the yes men, and then he still had the talent where when he failed, there was always some potential. You remember that in the show? That's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Because he has all of this talent where he will never learn from the mistake, because there's always somebody who's like, hey, we need to sell tickets. Let's bring him in.
Yeah.
Even though it's a disaster. People will pay to see that.
Yeah, it's true. I think it is a little bit similar to Russell Westbrook in the fact that, like, Russ was always so, like, he was the entire team where he averaged a triple-double all the time, could just do whatever, didn't have to fit in with anyone because it was just like a one-man show.
Here's the difference is Russell Westbrook showed that he was willing to try and change. The problem is he just doesn't have the skill set where he could excel
with
to that
LeBron
change.
and AD. I think he's a better fit with Kawhi and Paul George because they can shoot better.
Oh, 100% it's a better fit.
Yeah, so like he just wasn't – he couldn't play off of LeBron because LeBron has to have someone who can shoot.
Yeah.
So it just didn't work.
Yeah, it
that's
didn't work at all. Well, and the fact that Anthony Davis couldn't shoot either.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if AD could shoot and LeBron could shoot, and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Westbrook could drive it in and kick it out to one of them, that'd be fine. But
yeah, if it was like Kevin Durant and Karl Anthony Towns and Westbrook, then it would work.
Oh yeah, that duo.
And
would
I
be
think
really fun
and that's
with that
probably
trio.
why Durant and Serge Ibaka
They
worked
worked
with
really
Westbrook.
well. Well, and James Harden too.
Yeah, exactly.
It
They
worked
could all
really
shoot.
well. Yeah, because everybody could shoot, and they weren't ball dominant players.
Yeah.
You know, these all-stars, which is great because Kawhi and Paul George,
They're not either.
ball dominant all-stars. So.
Well, I think that's why D'Angelo Russell works so much better with the Lakers because he's a great shooter.
He's a catch and shoot point guard, not very ball dominant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So basically, the trade works out for everyone. I want to ask you a question though, because you have loved Kyrie Irving. I got off the Kyrie Irving train in 2018 when he requested to be traded. I was like, he's never going to win another ring. So far, I've been right. He's never even been to another finals, not even a conference finals.
Yeah.
Where do you think he ends up?
I think probably on the Mavericks or the Lakers.
You think the Mavericks take him back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have no other move. If they lose him for nothing, I don't even know if they have the cap space.
Well, okay, so I think they'll re-sign him, but I think it's a sign and trade. I don't think he stays on the Mavericks.
I think it depends. If the Lakers don't win the championship, like literally 100% win it, I think they would trade D'Angelo Russell and someone else for him, like Malik Beasley or something. Because
I don't know if I want to be...
You have... next year might be LeBron's last year with the Lakers if he goes and plays with his son.
That's true.
And so they just got to go all in on firepower and say, okay, LeBron, Kyrie, AD, they would still probably keep Austin Reeves, Hachimura, I can't even think of any other.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Like if they could keep all of them and give up like D'Lo and Malik Beasley, I think they do that.
Yeah. See, if I'm the Lakers, I don't want Kyrie Irving near me. Well, maybe. I don't know.
On a one year.
I don't know. It depends on what I have to give up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If I only have to give up like D'Angelo Russell
and Beasley, I mean Beasley doesn't. He was.
Beasley's J.R. Smith, man. He's their J.R. Smith. That man could go off. I swear he shoots better than Steph Curry some games, like 80% from three.
Yeah.
And then other games
8 for 10.
Other games he can't even hit the backboard.
I know. And they don't, like some games, he comes in, misses like 3 threes in a row, and then he just pulls, or Darvin Ham pulls him.
Great coaching right there. Darvin Ham's like, well, he's not feeling it tonight. If he's feeling it, we'll leave him in, and he can get 20.
Yeah.
Because he got 20 in the Jazz game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he played good.
Yeah.
But other games, he's just so cold, and he is the J.R. Smith of the Lakers.
See, this is where I would kind of want him to end up, is in Portland. Oh, going back to Kyrie. Oh. Yeah, sorry.
I was like...
You guys didn't follow me on my train of thought here, but going back to Kyrie Irving, where he would end up is, I don't know about the Lakers. It depends on what he needs to get out of.
Trade him for Damian Lillard?
Get Damian Lillard out of there, yes.
Well, yeah,
please.
If they could, but why would they
But they won't get Damian Lillard out of there, so I would say trade a bunch of draft picks, a bunch of
But you think Kyrie and Damian Lillard would play good together? I
think it would be the best talent Damian Lillard's ever played with.
But they are basically the same.
Yeah, but
it's like having Dame and Steph.
Well, Chris Paul and James Harden, we didn't think were going to work, and they won 65 games. So
that's true. I guess you never know.
Well, honestly, okay, this is going to another team that has no future, is the Portland Trailblazers, because... Like, what do they do? I don't get what the game plan is. Like, you traded C.J. McCollum for basically nothing.
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh, they're blowing up the team. They're done.
They're just waiting for a trade to send Damian Lillard somewhere.
Yeah, and then Dame's like, no, I'm not leaving. And I'm like,
dude, you need to leave.
This reminds me of like, a guy that's in a bad marriage, and you're like, bro, this isn't doing you any favors. Will Smith, she not doing you any favors. Like, let's.
Exactly.
It's time to leave. Like, I admire you going down with the sinking ship.
Yeah, but
you deserve better. Like, also, Portland, like, you have mismanaged Damian Lillard's entire career.
How could you not get one single good forward or big man to play with him?
Like think about even the talent that has played with him. You had LaMarcus Aldridge for a little bit.
Yeah.
When Lillard was still younger, and then after that it was C.J. McCollum. It's been his best.
Yeah.
The best talent he's played with.
C.J. McCollum's like maybe a third option.
Yeah. Well, if you look at on the Pelicans, when Zion plays and you have Zion, Ingram, and McCollum,
it's great.
Phenomenal team.
Yeah.
They have completely wasted Damian Lillard's whole career. And the only way it reminds me of like Kevin Garnett before he went to the Celtics. Like the whole time he was in Minnesota, and it's just there's no success. There's no.
Or Minnesota with Kevin Love, even.
Yeah.
Where he was averaging like 26 and 12 or whatever.
Really just Minnesota with any All-Star that they've had.
Towns and Edwards, everyone.
And Zach LaVine, man, that was a trio.
Yeah, and Jimmy Butler.
That's right. Oh, man.
I feel like they're consistently the 7th seed. Like, haven't they been the 7th seed every year?
Or the 8th seed.
Yeah. They're like always
like
right
that's
there.
like their ceiling.
They're in 7-8 seed purgatory.
But basically, Portland, this is the only way out because Damian Lillard is making too much money for you to attract any free agent to sign.
Well, they could
You
still
need
give
to
someone
trade
else the
him.
max, though.
Yeah, but they still have no foundation of like a team.
Yeah, no,
like,
they don't.
Like you guys, Damian Lillard will never say that he wants to be traded. You guys just need to do him dirty and mercy trade him.
Yeah, just
mercy trade him, and you don't even because he doesn't want to play on like a super team.
Yeah,
trade him to someone that's like one of these 7-8 seeds that needs something to get them over the hump.
The Bulls or the
Pelicans.
Yeah, trade him for Zion.
Trade him for Zion.
Honestly,
yeah,
I would put him in the top 3 seed. I mean, they were the 1 seed with Zion.
Yeah.
But he just never plays.
Yeah, imagine if a guy who averaged like 30 played every night.
Yeah.
A la Damian Lillard.
65 games.
Well, and we know Lillard and McCollum can work well together, and then Brandon Ingram. And like the Pelicans got just a solid young team.
Yeah.
They're just missing that one superstar. If only,
that
they had a superstar that could play.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Let's see.
Where we... Oh.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Well, I mean, we basically went through everything. Just so you guys know, we're looking on the TV we got up there.
Yeah.
Our outline. But, I mean, I guess we can just go on to... we haven't...
This is this is the biggest part of the end of season, of the season thoughts. This is what made the season so great was LeBron James becoming the all-time leading scorer.
Yes.
That was the highlight of the season.
And we actually got to go to LA and see that in person. So that was pretty awesome.
Okay, well, let's rephrase that. We didn't get to go like it was given to us.
Well, that's
like,
true.
We
pay
paid through the nose
to
go. We actually were keeping tabs on it to like calculating like, okay, if with Anthony Davis out, he's been averaging 30 points a game, that'll land it, like here. And we're like, it's either going to be at home against
the Thunder or the Bucks.
Or away against the Warriors was like the 3-game window. And we're like, hey, that's perfect. It's in California. We can go to that. And then we actually doubled down. We got tickets to the Thunder and the Bucks game.
Yeah. And it's too bad because the Bucks tickets were so expensive.
So much more.
And LeBron didn't even play. So
but we got to see the cool presentation beforehand.
Yeah, that's true.
That he had.
I feel like we could have just YouTubed that or something. It probably
it was. I think it was on the broadcast too. But
but
something about being there in person.
Yeah. That was cool.
Let's talk about so being in the arena, right? So because we just showed up to the game early and we didn't know LeBron had like posted the thing on Instagram, dressing up in the suit and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So we just see him come out and we're like, whoa, LeBron's wearing a headband.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he going to go for it?
Wait, why? I didn't know he posted something on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he posted
Well, I
like a
knew,
thing.
like,
It was
his
that
black
fancy.
suit.
Yeah, it was the black suit.
Yeah.
It was like showing he's going.
Oh, I thought
for
it was something about the headband.
Oh no, it
Oh.
wasn't a post about the head. It was the nice suit.
Oh, okay.
And then we saw him in the headband, and it was like, is he going for it? I'm like, I think he's going to go for it because he needed 38 or no
he needed
36.
37. 36, and then
It
he
was
ended
36.
with 37, right?
No, he got
Or
38.
Okay.
He needed
yeah.
36. He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
38
Yeah, okay.
in the game. And man, the energy in the arena when he was like 4 points and 2 points
Yeah.
away.
And like
was
every time he touched
unreal.
the ball, it was like,
It was so electric.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting chills just
I know.
like thinking about it.
I'll even throw
And
up the video because Did you take a video?
No, I didn't.
I took a video of us. I don't even know if you knew this.
Oh, no,
I have a video of us right when it happens, and you can
Oh
hear the
no, I
cheers
was
and
just
everything.
watching because I
Yeah.
was just watching like I like oh.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the camera. I was just holding my phone,
Yeah.
watching the game, just because I was like, I have a terrible memory, so I don't want to forget this.
Oh, see, it's burned in. Like I'll be laying on my deathbed, I'll be forgetting my kids' names, but I will remember that turnaround jump shot
Yeah,
that got it, and it was so cool. Well, yeah. Oh, and they had a countdown too in the
yeah, in the
arena, so it wasn't like everybody knew.
Yeah,
And man, it was so cool. And I wish the game had just ended there because it would
Yeah.
have been great. But then the
the game was not the best.
the rest of that fourth quarter was
Yeah, not so good.
all right. But I mean, he had to have been just so emotionally spent. Like, how do
Yeah.
you get yourself back into the game?
Yeah.
And I thought it was so cool that like Kareem was there, Magic Johnson was there, Denzel Washington was there. There were so many.
Jay-Z,
Yeah,
everyone. Yeah,
I actually made a list of all the celebrities,
Oh.
but I can't think of.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp was there. Oh, you knew Uncle
Yeah.
Shay Shay was going to be there. But yeah, so that was phenomenal.
Yeah,
And I just want to say this, because some people were saying, does this make LeBron James the greatest of all time, right? Now that he has
Yeah.
the all-time leading score. And to that I say no. Because if LeBron James didn't become your GOAT in 2016 from the 3-1 comeback, that was when I was converted,
yeah,
then if he didn't become your GOAT in 2018, when he single-handedly carried that sorry team, whose second best player was Jeff Green,
yeah,
to the finals
yeah,
with I don't even know how many game-winning shots.
yeah. I think like 3
Yeah.
throughout that playoff run.
And then if that didn't happen, then in 2020, when he became the only player in NBA history to win Finals MVP with 3 different franchises,
Yeah,
then nothing's going to do it for you.
yeah, exactly.
Like, if it wasn't him averaging 30 points in year 19
Or
or
29.
29 in year 20,
Yeah.
like nothing's going to do it for you.
exactly.
And then, like, there's the thought of, like, well, if the Lakers win, does that make LeBron the GOAT? If he's not your GOAT already, he's never will. The Lakers could three-peat,
Yeah,
and it
still nothing.
wouldn't move the needle.
Yeah,
Like, if you aren't, if you don't think it now, you never will.
because he could win 7 rings, and then people would still say, "Oh, he's 7-7 in the finals."
Yeah.
He's not 14-0.
Well, and he probably wouldn't be Finals MVP in all of those. So,
Yeah.
it'd be, there's a notch on that, like.
There's people who have Jordan as their GOAT will never move off of that at
No.
this point.
Yeah, no, and like even if the Lakers beat the Grizzlies, I guarantee you people start saying, "Well, the Grizzlies were babies. They have
Yeah.
no playoff experience.
and
They're all
not even-
they were a young
John
team."
Morant had all those problems, and they
Yeah.
didn't have any cohesiveness because Ja was whatever.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's our thoughts on LeBron becoming the all-time leading scorer.
it was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it'll ever be broken in our lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because, like, I've thought about this a lot, right? Is LeBron doesn't look like he's slowing down. And he's definitely going to play with his son. I think he's going to play with both sons,
Yeah.
which would put him at, like, playing until he's about 45, which would be about 7 more seasons.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to put any limit on what LeBron can do. Maybe he averages 25 points per game up until he's 45.
Yeah.
Like literally the scoring record is going to be so out of reach. He's going to be next season, he'll be the first player to break 40,000.
Yeah.
And he'll probably finish around between 42 and 45,000.
If he plays 7 more seasons,
yeah,
then he could get to 50,000.
Well, if he's continuing to put out at a high level, assuming he doesn't slow down. But like, literally the only other athlete we've seen this in is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, there's no NBA player who in their 20th season averaged anything even close to LeBron. The best was Kobe, and Kobe was 37 in his 20th season.
Yeah.
And he averaged 17 points a game compared to LeBron's 29.
Well, and he was, he did it on 35% shooting.
Yeah. LeBron did it on 50-something percent.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this year he's 50 exactly.
It was 50 exactly.
Yeah. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's unprecedented.
Well, anyway, I think we can move off that.
I just love talking about it, though.
Move on to some MVP stuff.
Oh, yeah. So we got some fun stuff here.
Or did you want to save this till the end?
Let's do it now.
Okay.
I feel like it's a good... So, I made a thing, because I feel like when it comes to the MVP discussion, right, there can be a lot of bias in players' names, right? And so if you take the names out of it and just look at the statistics, right?
Yeah. And,
who would you pick, right? So what I've done is I went through like a couple of years. I went through any time I disagreed with who won MVP, and then I also looked up like the closest MVP races.
Yeah.
And so taking away all the names, and this is just purely the stats. And I've even forgotten.
Is there any way you can shrink it into more of like the top left corner, just because the light's blocking me a little?
Does that help?
A little more to the left. There's no way to shrink that?
Well, there is, but it was so difficult to blow it up.
Oh, it's going like that. I can see 99% of it. So.
All right. So, Blake, looking at our 5 contestants here, our 5 players, who wins your MVP for this season?
I mean, it would probably be...
See, I'm always
impressed.
impressed.
Probably be the guy, the number 1.
Contestant number 1?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the most points, most rebounds, second best 3-point shooting.
And a good amount of win shares. Because, see, I don't super value win shares
too much, but he's right in the middle of win shares. And he's getting a block and a half, so most blocks. Yeah, I'm going with number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah.
I think I would go with number 1 as well. You should write that down. So do you want me to reveal who it is?
Yeah, reveal
right
who
now?
it is.
All right. So, Blake, your MVP for this year is Joel Embiid in 2022.
Embiid?
Yeah.
You mean 2023?
No.
Or this was
last season.
Oh.
This was last season. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, LeBron had MVP numbers in there. I mean, minus the win shares. And Kevin Durant. See, people forget.
Yeah.
Both of them.
See, I was going to go with, I would have gone with Giannis as number 2. Like, just from the blindness.
All right.
Yeah. Interesting.
Where did dang, see. Now I got to move it up because I got to grab this. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Can you slide that over more?
Oh, yeah, here. How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, players 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, for me personally, I feel like you got to get a win share of like a 10 or more, which to me just gives player 3 and player 4.
See, I'd probably go with 3. They have better blocks, same steals, about the same.
Look at the
rebounds.
3-point shooting, though.
Yeah, and I guess the
8% better, and they're way more
they got
assists.
More games
played.
Yeah.
I think I picked 4.
I'll go 4 too.
Then Jokic was your MVP in
Yeah.
2021.
I said 3 first.
I swayed you though.
Yeah.
I swayed you, and I didn't remember. Like I said, I forgot the order that I put it
I
in
don't even
because
think
was
swayed is a word.
swayed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a word.
Swayed?
No, it's swayed. I'm the college graduate here.
See,
You
this
don't
one I
even know.
already know what I would go with. That's easy.
The guy who averaged 36 points.
Yeah, and his other
per
stats
game.
are just as good. He's got 2 steals per game, 15.
Well, and
on
look
the
at the win shares
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go with number 1.
Yep. And yet it was number 3 who won. Giannis in
Interesting.
2019. Even though I would have totally picked Harden
Yeah.
as well.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But because Harden didn't win that year because he'd already won,
Yeah.
and it was Giannis's turn. I think what you'll see is we tend to give guys the MVP a lot earlier than they should have it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I'm going to go with number 1 on this one.
let's see, most win shares, most points.
About the same assists.
But this one, all 82 games.
Yeah, see, I don't really care about that.
You don't care about all that. And the shooting, though,
Yeah,
54%
that's
on
true.
the same shooting percentage.
And the win shares are...
I'm picking number 2 to me because the points, it's
Well,
a
what's
3-point
the record?
differential.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah, well, so when I looked at the MVP voting, it didn't have that. It just had win share. Like, it was like, this is what they measured it on.
Oh,
They didn't have
really?
what the team record was.
Huh.
So I just took this info,
Oh,
just
yeah,
copied
let's
and
see what
pasted
number
it.
2 is.
But more assists, more rebounds, not as
More
good
blocks.
on more blocks. I mean, barely,
Yeah.
but way better shooting, and then the exact same from 3.
Yeah.
Who are you picking? I'm picking number 2.
I'll pick 2.
Then you would have picked LeBron in
Oh,
2018.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I knew the third one was Russ.
Oh yeah, because it was a triple
Triple
double. Sorry, Russ, we didn't even consider you.
Yep.
All right, hey, can you still see that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't see that.
All right.
Oh, wow.
See, this one's tough. 1, 2, and 3.
But I'd probably go number 1. I mean, over 30 a game. Their win shares are
Holy
18,
crap! Look at the win shares.
and the shooting percentages.
They averaged a 50-45.
50, 40, 90, you mean?
Yeah, because this is free. This is field goals. This is 3-point
I'm betting
percentage.
that's Steph then, huh?
That's got to be Steph.
Okay, reveal.
It was Steph. That was
Yeah.
his unanimous MVP
Oh, wow.
year.
No wonder.
Yeah, it's crazy.
18?
Even though Harden he played every game,
Yeah,
and then KD still,
it was close.
was great.
Yeah.
It's crazy though because he was unanimous MVP, and looking at it, it was like it didn't feel unanimous
Yeah.
to me. Like Harden is 1 point behind him, got more rebounds, more assists, less steals though, more blocks, and the shooting's nowhere near what Steph's was.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, how far does this go?
It goes all the way. In random years, we go from this to 1990,
Oh.
but it's not every year. It's just
I
it
mean,
could
we've
be at
already
any
been
time.
going for 8 minutes.
See, this one's tough. Well, actually, I might be choosing number 2 because the points are about the same. They played 81 games. Steals aren't as good.
Yeah,
Shooting's not as good.
I'd probably go.
They got more steals.
I'd probably go middle.
They got
number
more
2.
win shares.
Better 3.
They got the best 3. The field goals is slightly worse, but blocks are about the same. Steals are roughly the same.
Yeah, I'd go 2. Number 2. Harden.
James.
again.
Oh crap! I didn't scroll all the way far enough because I forgot Steph was
Oh.
in here. This
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I know I still wouldn't have gone.
I wouldn't have gone with Steph,
yeah.
but this was the year Steph got his first MVP,
That's what?
which I think is weak because
He averaged 23 points and got MVP.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah, James Harden, you were shafted in 2015 because yeah.
Wow.
Well, and then even look at the win shares was better too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Forgot to add Steph, but I knew none of us were going to pick 23 points per game. To me, my MVP's got to average 25.
Yeah.
If you don't average 25, I don't see how you can be MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, let's scroll down so you can't see the name. Yeah, and there's just 3 here. All right.
I'm going with number 1 easily.
Yeah. Well, it's KD.
And he did win it.
And he did win it that
Yeah.
year. Yep. So we've proven it was right. All right. This one's just 3 as well.
I'm probably going.
I think
number
we're getting
3.
into the early 2010s when it was Kevin Durant and LeBron finishing
Yeah.
every year. So it's going to be interesting if you pick Kevin Durant to win.
I'd go number 3.
All right, Blake, so you said you're going with number 3.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you because look at that.
I know. And the win shares.
56-40 and the win shares is most.
Most rebounds.
That
Yeah.
was when LeBron should have been unanimous MVP.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Melo got 1 vote.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to. We got to hurry.
Oh,
This camera's not
Camera's
like
about to
about to die, but it's probably got only a couple more minutes.
okay, hang on. Then let's do. This was the one right here.
I'm definitely not going with 3.
Yeah.
Well,
But
most
I'll-
assists and win shares. I would probably go with 1.
I think I'm going with number 1 as well. And that was the year. Oh, that was the year Kobe won in
Oh.
2008.
Yeah, see, I would have gone with LeBron.
Yeah.
I would have maybe gone with CP3 even over Kobe that year.
Really? Oh, see, to me, it's only 21
but
points.
12 assists almost?
I don't give a dang.
I would have gone with, yeah. And the win shares?
Oh, wait. Okay, this is another good one, too. We skipped this one. Who you picking here? This was one I wanted to get your take on. Because I personally am
I'd
going
probably
with
go
number 2.
number 2, yeah.
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 So we can confirm LeBron was shafted an MVP in
Oh, yeah.
2011.
Well,
And
they were just mad at him
Yeah.
for leaving.
and shafted an MVP in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would have
Uh,
won, 6 in a row?
Yeah.
2008,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
His
Should've won 6 in a
statistics were
row.
better than anybody
Yeah.
if you just look at the statistics and even the win shares.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, and then this one's an interesting one too. Because I remember this. I remember who won MVP, but I know who I would pick to win MVP. I'm either picking 1 or 2
Yeah, I'd
to
probably
me because
go
their
with
points
2.
are
Just
so
'cause
much better.
Overall, better assists, better rebounds, better shooting, better blocks,
Better win shares.
better win shares. Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
that?
it's going to trigger you. But
Oh.
that was the year Steve Nash won when
What?
his win shares are, because I was like, oh, maybe it was a win share
Yeah.
thing. No, not even that.
Huh.
Yeah. That was the year LeBron
He didn't
finished
have good-
second in MVP.
18 and 10. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and that was MVP.
So LeBron should have 7 at this point.
Yep. And here we go. This one. I can tell you right now I'm picking number 1.
Was this the top 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not even close. I would go with 1.
You're picking player
Yeah.
1?
My
Steve Nash
gosh.
again. And Shaq finished second. This was the year LeBron finished, I think, 5th that year, but he didn't make the playoffs.
Well, that makes
So-
yeah, that makes sense then. But even Shaq,
Yeah, I was like, this was really the top 2 guys? These stats are terrible. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess Shaq did have a
well, and it
60%.
was I think it was the pace of the game was slower.
yeah,
too,
but
so-
even look at the win shares
yeah.
compared to what LeBron's, and they didn't even win that much.
Yeah, that just goes to show how bad they were when he was off the court.
Right? Let's see. This one, hey, close your eyes because I can't remember which.
All right, I'll close my eyes.
Okay, yeah, that one's not as important because we can skip this one. Okay, this one. Who are you picking here?
I'm going with... 1.
I think I picked player 1 as well.
2 has a strong case, but...
Yeah. I mean, they got better field goal percentage, more rebounds, almost as many points.
Yeah. I'm going 1.
Yep. This is the controversial, the year Karl Malone won MVP over Michael Jordan. Grant Hill I just had to include because he finished third, and I'm like, well, it's going to be weird if you just have 2.
See, I mean, Karl Malone there, he has a pretty good case for number 2.
Yeah. Now, this one's going to be fun and interesting for you because who do you think should win MVP? And then I'll tell you what.
Number 1, I would say.
See, for me, 2 also has a strong argument because look at the rebounds, and then the defense is almost identical, and the field goal percentage is so much more efficient, and they actually shoot threes. But number 1
is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm going with
But this
1.
was likely in a time where they didn't shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would pick 1.
Yeah.
Well,
that was the year
then you'd pick Michael Jordan.
Or Charles Barkley won?
No, Magic Johnson won in 1990, but Charles Barkley finished with the most first-place votes, but didn't win. It's the only time in NBA history that's happened.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and Michael Jordan finished third, even though I think I agree with you. He should have won that year.
Yeah.
So we've proven that Michael Jordan and LeBron James both deserve about 3 more MVPs than what they actually got. And now this is the final one.
Was this like a shortened season?
No.
Oh. I mean, I'd probably go... Wow. I'd probably go
It's
1.
tough. You pick player 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And this has not been decided yet. This is the MVPs as of right now, right? I should have made you do 1, and then who would be your second vote, third, fourth? Yeah, because you've been arguing Giannis should be it all year, but I just got you.
No, because he didn't have his second best player for the majority of the year.
See, this is what happens when you take the stories, and I got to pick the player, but when you just look at the stats.
But that's the problem. That's how Jokic has won too, is when you just look at the stats.
Well, no, because we looked at all of his MVPs. We didn't pick him once.
Well, yeah, but that's the only reason he's won it, though.
Well, when you look at the stupid advanced stats, when you look at
purely
the normal stats and did they contribute to winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind Embiid winning this year. I just think Giannis should have 3. But that's just me.
See, I don't think Giannis should have 3. I think he should have 2, but just 2 different years than when he won it.
Yeah.
I think he should have won in 2020 and 2021. And then, and then Jokic could have, or no, who did we pick? We picked Embiid to win last year, and then Embiid should have it this year.
So Embiid would have 2 instead of Jokic.
Yeah, so I think Embiid should be winning his second this year, and then Giannis should have
still have 2.
won the 2 the year before that. And then before that, that's when James Harden should have won in 2019, the year Giannis won his first, because that was the year Harden had 36. And then if LeBron had won in 2018, like he should have, instead of Harden, then it would have all worked out.
Yeah.
So the MVP is flawed, but anyways, thanks for playing that fun little game, guys. And now, lastly,
we got NBA playoff predictions.
NBA playoff predictions, Blake. Did you make them?
Yeah.
Hey, same. So who you got in the first round? We'll start in the West or the East?
I'll just do West.
All right.
I got the Nuggets over the 8 seed, which I think it's going to be the Thunder.
Oh, I think I'd pick the Timberwolves to win.
See, I got over the Nuggets or over the Thunder?
No, over the Thunder in the play-in game. I don't have
Okay.
I don't have any 8 seed beating a 1 seed
Yeah.
here. So
Okay, yeah, I got the Nuggets winning probably in 5. Are we doing games?
I wrote games down. So.
I'll just say them. And then I got Lakers over Grizzlies in 6. Then I got the Kings over the Warriors in 7 because I think the Warriors will win every home game, but lose every away game. And then I got the Suns over the Clippers in 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have the Nuggets over whoever wins. If they play the Timberwolves, I think they win in 6.
Yeah.
Because I think the Timberwolves' path of fighting each other and then they recoup because they still won that game against the Pelicans. Then they could have won against the Lakers, but they will have won against the Thunder.
Yeah.
It'll give them some good momentum going in, and I think Denver can get sloppy sometimes. So, but if they play the Thunder, then I think the Thunder win in 5.
Yeah.
Because the Thunder play hard enough where they would win one game. It wouldn't be a sweep. And then Lakers, Grizzlies. I also have the Lakers in 6. I think they lose the first 2 home games against the Grizzlies.
And then
the first two games in Memphis against the Grizzlies.
And then they win out?
Yeah.
Oh. I got them losing the first game because LeBron
never wins game 1.
Yeah. And then maybe they win in 5.
Oh, well, which one are you going with?
I'll go 6.
See, I think
the Grizzlies probably win 1 on the road. I mean, the Lakers aren't unbeatable at home. So
yeah. And then for Warriors Kings, I got the Kings winning, same as you, but I have them winning in 6 because I think the Warriors aren't winning a road game, and I think they get sloppy in one of the home games.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: everybody's thinking the thing the Kings don't get any. Well, so the Kings get bashed because they play no defense.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing: the Warriors don't play any defense either.
They're only 3 teams better in defense.
Yeah. So if you have 2 teams that have no defense, then it comes down to your offense. And the Kings are the highest rated offense, and the Warriors can be great at offense when they're at home.
Yeah.
But not on the road.
And I don't know if they can be great on offense because Steph is good, Clay is good, but who else do they have? Jordan Poole's going to be on and off.
Yeah. Jordan Poole is like Malik Beasley, man.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like I don't think they have great offensive players besides Stephen Thompson.
Yeah.
So.
And then for Suns and Clippers, if Paul George plays, I think it goes 7, but I don't think he's going to play, so I'm going with Suns in 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Now on to the East.
So you got Bucks.
Yeah, I got Bucks over whoever it ends up being. I'm going with the Bulls to be the 8th seed.
I think the Bulls get the 8th seed too, and I think that would be good for the NBA if a 10th seed won the play-in tournament.
I think both will. The Thunder and the Bulls. But I got Bucks over Bulls in 5, and then.
Oh, that's disrespectful to the Bucks.
Yeah, true. But hey, I mean, you never know. Zach LaVine and DeRozan might get.
They can win the play-in. They can't.
They can win one game.
They got swept by the Bulls last year.
You mean?
By the Bucks last year. Yeah. Or no, they won one game. It went 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Same teams basically, and then I got the Celtics over the Hawks. I think that's another one. 5 games. Then.
It's disrespectful to the Celtics.
Trae Young will get 1. Yeah, he will. You'll see. And then, who is it? The Sixers and the Nets. I think that goes 5 also. And then, Cavs and the Knicks. I think Cavs win in 6. And then,
So we're almost identical because I got Bucks. I got Bucks in 4 though. It's whoever they play, they just gonna roll through. It's gonna be 10+. The games won't even be fun to watch.
Yeah.
By the 4th quarter, and then same with Celtics Hawks sweep. Not much to say there. Sixers, I also agree they're winning in 5 because I think the Nets will play hard and Harden will have a slip up.
Yeah, one bad game.
Yeah, and then Cavaliers Knicks I think goes 7 with the Cavaliers coming out as the winner. It'll be a gritty series.
And then second round, I got Lakers over the Kings. I think that'll go 5. I think Lakers win in 5.
See, I have it going Lakers winning in 6 as well.
All right. And then I got Suns over Nuggets. I think that'll go 5.
Oh, see, I have it going in 6.
See, I think the first round matchups are better than the round 2 in the West.
Yeah.
And then the round 2 in the East is way better than
Oh,
the
round
first
2 in the it's
I got
true.
both going. I got the Bucks Cavs going 6, and then I got Celtics Sixers going 7.
Who do you have winning?
Oh.
Celtics Sixers.
Yeah, I have Bucks winning, and then I have I got the Sixers winning.
Yo, I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
the Sixers are going to beat the Celtics
Yeah.
in 7. And I think the Bucks beat the Cavaliers in 5. Again, they just roll through.
Yeah, and then I got in the West.
So
yeah.
the conference finals now.
I got Lakers over Suns in 7, and then I got Bucks over Sixers in 6.
Wow, man, Blake and I are on the same wavelength because I also have Bucks over Sixers in 6, and the Suns Lakers. I debated so much with that because I'm like, there's so many questions. One, health on both ends. If I knew health wasn't going to be a problem, that would make it so much easier.
Yeah,
but I'm like, okay, health, and then my thing with the Lakers is, will Anthony Davis rise up or will he disappear?
yeah,
And then my questions with the Suns is, I don't think Chris Paul is going to be a factor at all.
no,
It's how well can they mesh, have Kevin Durant and all them mesh in
Yeah.
7 games. And I don't think the Suns are mentally tough.
yeah. I don't
Like,
think
to
so.
me, the Suns have not proven from their meltdown
Yeah.
last year compared to, like, their meltdown last year, they haven't done anything to
My
overcome
camera's
it.
about to die, so
Okay, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get it real quick. But and I think the Lakers are mentally tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they were down 15 in the third quarter to the Timberwolves,
Yeah,
and they came
and
back.
won.
Like, nothing seemed. I mean, granted, it was the Timberwolves. Like, they shouldn't have been
Yeah.
down to them in the first place, but they can come back. And, like, of course, and they have LeBron James, and I don't doubt the GOAT.
yeah,
Like, but I do think it will take LeBron James of old
yeah,
to win.
yeah.
And so, yeah. So we both have Lakers and Bucks in the finals.
Oh, and then I got.
And-
I mean, if I'm being honest, I got Bucks in 6, but I'm hoping Lakers in 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's the same. I hope the Lakers win, but if I were betting money,
Yeah,
Bucks in 6. I will make this guarantee, though. If it goes to a 7th game, LeBron James
wins,
will
yeah.
win that game.
I think so.
LeBron James has not lost a Game 7 since 2008.
Yeah,
So put that in perspective. Giannis
Yeah.
was maybe 12 years old then.
literally.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we have it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We're back
Yep.
uploading. We'll probably be uploading these podcasts pretty regularly now. So catch some clips if you can't watch the full hour-long podcast, but subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next week.